白雪公主。
Whenever I'm walking down the streets, there are always certain kind of people that always call my attention. They seem like isolated from this hectic city. No one cares about them. They're like stray dogs on the streets. Most of them are sitting, sometimes crouching, or even kneeling down in the corner on the streets, watching people passing by, but no one really look at them. They have those empty stares on their face and seem soulless. Sometimes they seem invisible in everyone's eyes. That scene always aroused my sympathy because I thought they might be sick, or they might be abandoned by their family, or even they might lose their memory that they don't know their way home. That's why they're wandering around alone on the street. So I try to help them by giving them some change. That is the little mercy that I can offer. But oftentimes, a second thought occurs on my mind. What if they're just being lazy? What if they're the kind of people who don't want to work at all, who don't want to make their own living? What if they take my money to buy alcohol, cigarettes, or even worse, buy the drugs? So ladies and gentlemen, this is the usual dilemma that I'm often suffering from. Helping homeless or not. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever gone through this kind of dilemma like I do? Well, if you have this kind of concern, I would like to say that I found a solution for this dilemma. That in the future, I would say that I will not hesitate at all to help them. How? This answer is called The Big Issue. This is a magazine, the name of the magazine, but it is not an ordinary magazine because you cannot buy it from the convenience store, nor you cannot buy it from the bookstore because it is only sold by homeless people on the streets. The existence of this magazine offers the opportunity to the homeless people, helping them to make their own living by selling the magazines to the ordinary people like you and me who can afford it. And the core value of it is not just giving them money, it's help them to help themselves. So I'm going to tell you the reason why that we should purchase The Big Issue. I will explain that why this magazine is trustworthy and why is it helpful and what can we as readers benefit from this magazine. First of all, why the magazine is trustworthy. It is originally founded from a charity organization from the United Kingdom 20 years ago. But now it is spread worldwide to Japan, Korea, Australia, and then starting from 2010 in Taiwan. This organization has already helped over 1 million homeless people. For those homeless people, if they want to be the vendor selling the magazine, they have to prove themselves to be homeless by the social workers of that certain country. And then they have to receive trainings and they have to undergo some induction process to show that they are determined to help themselves, that they want to make their life change. They don't want to live like that anymore. And then this organization will absorb them and help them to receive the training and to become the vendor. And now it has come to the second step. The magazine, why is it helpful? How does it work? Those vendors, those homeless people, after they receive the trainings, they will get a certification to show that they are qualified to sell the magazine. They will wear an orange vest. They will have a patch on their as their identification. And it works in this way. The publication will offer them 10 free magazines. So each magazine costs $100 NT. They will have the free magazines of 10, so they can sell out 10 of them to earn their first $1,000. And further on, they can use the money to purchase more magazines and to make more sales. So starting by this little easy trading, they are starting to make their own living, and that is the spirit of it. The thing to notice is that those vendors, those homeless people, they are not the employer of this organization. So they have to learn. They have to learn to manage their sales and also learn how to manage their finance in order to get themselves from this poor, low social status. So in this way, along with the confidence they are gradually built by selling the magazines, it will help them to reintegrate to the mainstream of the society. And as the readers, when buying the magazine, we're not just doing a good thing to help them, we're also helping ourselves. Why is that? Are you sick of those gossip magazines all over the place? Well, I do. So I found this magazine very beneficial for us because first, it is very delicately edited by professional journalists. The topic in these magazines covered international news, cultural, movies, arts, theaters, even dramas. And they will also introduce some successful people giving a very depth interview for you to know more about people from different fields. And also it has the special introduction of certain kind of arts or certain kinds of place to visit, to travel in Taiwan. So basically it is a magazine that covers everything that we need for everyone. So today I'm here to urge everyone to take the consideration of purchasing the Big Issue magazine. You might see the vendors around many of the main stations, the MRT stations. They are wearing the orange vest. Sometimes, well, they still look not like every one of us. They still look like homeless people, but they're making their best, trying to make their own living. So I would say give them a second chance. Well, like I do, I purchase the magazine once every month. And I believe there might be people who is really lazy, idling around, not willing to make money, but still, there are also some people that deserve a second chance. And it only costs $100. That's what's only coins of us, that every one of us is affordable of that. By purchasing it, it's not only helping them, it's help them to help themselves, to rebuild their lives. And I believe your kindness will not be wasted. That's my suggestion.